We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them.
Hello. Welcome to a new episode of the fastest growing Panther podcast in the world. You know it, DB Sports, aka used to be called Dab Sports. We got Mr. D right here. We got Adam and we got Brandon over here. And here, man, we just want to say thank y'all for everybody who's watching the channel this past couple of weeks.
No question.
Views been going crazy. People commenting, liking, all platforms. We appreciate y'all. But we know what y'all here for. The nail biter. Some people would say moral victory. What do you guys think? We can start with you, Mr. Adam.
There's no more victories here, bro. I mean, like I told y'all in the text messages and when we spoke before, I mean, it was a double win for me. We got to keep our draft stock, and we right where we want to be, which is a top 5 team. Hopefully we can keep climbing and get Travis, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we took the 2-time defending champs to the wire. So that showed me the heart and grit that I wanted to see from our team. I mean, you're looking across the league at some of these other trash teams, and they're not putting up the same type of fight we are. We're not getting consistently blown out. You know what I mean? Like I said, we took this squad to the wire. So I like what I saw from the squad, man. Like, offensive line continued to hold up. Bryce stood in the pocket strong. I know we'll get to him in a little bit, but and then what I saw at the defense, man. I mean, we continue to pick on these dudes because we got CFL guys on the roster, but man, they showed up. Mike Jack, bro. I mean, I had the Michael Jackson gif queued up a couple times for y'all. I was gonna keep sending it to you, but right after he made his last big play, they went and scored. So I couldn't say nothing, but yeah, man, I like what I saw from the boys, man. No moral victories here, D.
Okay. Hey, Mr. I love Bryce on Tuesdays.
Hey, man. I liked everything about the game but the final score. You know, the boys came out, they played hard. I mean, I love what I seen from Bryce. Felt like we ran the ball well in the second half, not as much as in the first half. The D-line was violent, nasty, winning all game long, killing their tackles. We were getting pressure all day. J.C. Horn didn't have the greatest game. Felt like the refs were they weren't letting them play like that. Hop was getting them with a couple of those veteran moves. But besides that, man, felt like we played a great game, left a little bit too much time at the end. It happens. But everything from the team that I seen on Sunday, I like. That's the score. Wish we would have won.
Yeah, it was cool to me. Horn did stick out to me because Hopkins was like killing him in a phone booth. Like, it wasn't even like quickness. It was just pure like tactician route running, and he was just let me grab on.
Some of them holding calls wasn't.
You saw after the game, what he said. He was like, with that crew, they specifically go for holding and stuff. So he said he couldn't even be as physical as he wanted to. Yeah. So he was like, I mean, he's a physical corner.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? He's not like a speedster, I would say. He got speed, but you know what I mean? So
still having a great season. You know what I'm saying?
But
still having a great season.
If somebody's if he can't be handsy, then he's not going to be as effective.
Yeah. Especially with such an elite route runner.
Exactly.
Like, even
that's the wrong person. Exactly.
Yeah. But with that being said, like, I mean, I think it was cool. Like, I like they played them close, but at the same time, like, I feel like the Chiefs they're just so focused on the playoffs, and they're literally, I feel like, throughout this regular season, just doing just enough to win. So I don't know if the game is close, if they really are up to play us, but I
don't know.
I don't think they like that. I don't think they like that.
Every game is coming down to the wire, and we were able to take them there too. I mean,
so
they're not like that to me.
So the only reason why I say that it's when Clemson last won their national title after going to the championship game the year before, like, every game they played was close, just like this, and it was literally like none of this regular season stuff mattered to us. Like, we're really just doing just enough to get to the playoffs. We've seen that with the Spurs the year they lost, where it was just literally about just getting to the playoffs, because they're not playing for. There's nothing they can do in a regular season.
They got too many glaring holes. I would agree with that if they didn't have. They have blatant glaring holes.
It's easy to say that in like a broad, like, but when you actually look where they're not scoring in the red zone like that, they offensive line has been.
The right tackles are terrible. Right and left tackles are terrible.
Our four-man rush was getting to them. Like, we was sending 4 and we was getting to them consistently. So they got stuff to worry about coming playoff time.
I would
The
agree.
defense is looking kind of that was what they had their hat on, but ever since that Buffalo game, the defense hasn't been the same either. We marched down the field on them.
I understand all of that, but if we didn't just go through two different seasons of the Chiefs has this hole that they can't overcome, or the Chiefs have that, and when it's playoff time, that boogeyman is gonna go in there and put his mask on, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He ain't Bryce.
No, but this is
let's get back to the main thing. He ain't Bryce, man.
Well, this is what I will say about Pat while we on him is with that team this year. I think the biggest difference is, like, in the past we've been nitpicking, but they still been winning games, and this year, I mean, they've been undefeated. It's just been the way they've been winning. The Broncos really probably should have beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like they blocked the field goal. Yeah. I mean, that's really. I'm not gonna say it's flukish because the year we went to the Super Bowl in 2003, we had a couple games like that too, if you remember. Yeah. You know what I mean? Our D-line was so dominant. But when games are coming down that much to the wire, yeah, you can chalk it up to it gets to the close and the better team is just kind of winning. Or it could be like the other team is playing them tight, and at the end of the game, they're tightening up because they see Pat Mahomes on the other side and they're making mistakes. Because that last drive where he just had like a 40-yard scramble, that was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy. I mean, I just felt like the whole defense broke down all of a sudden. It was crazy, bro.
Everybody's scared because he does that move up the sideline. Somebody gonna have to tag him, bro.
He does a lot of different things. He'll still act like he about to throw.
Bro, I mean, I'll be the one. I tag him, I take the fine, and the league will appreciate me for it. Because somebody gonna have to tag him up the sidelines. It's the only way, because everybody afraid to hit him. They're gonna get a roughing the passer call. But he's always doing that, kind of like how Kenny Pickett did that fake slide that time and took it up the sideline the AC Championship game, and they had to end up banning and changing that. That's kind of how he do with it.
I don't know, man. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. I mean, that man tough. Even if you pop him,
he's
still gonna do it again.
He ain't Bryce. I'll keep saying.
Bryce is a tough dude. Bryce a tough dude.
So on that note, Mr. He ain't Bryce. Bryce played a game. That's what I would call it. How would y'all grade his performance?
Well, no.
I want to see it. I want to ask you, was there any progress? Yeah, that's the question.
I'm so glad y'all asked this. I'm so glad you asked this. I had this conversation this morning, and this would be my viewpoint on it. Is would we consider progression a net gain? Like he is net gaining being a better player. What? Because the reason why I say that is I don't see progression. That's just me. And the reason why, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't see progression, and I give you his grade. I give him a C+.
That's higher than last week.
Progressed.
Okay,
he's just progressed.
But I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain why I don't see it as progression. I'm gonna tell you why I don't see it.
Contradiction.
No, I can explain it. It's very my brain. So to me, because you became a -10 quarterback and then you worked your way back to 0, to me that's not progression. That's just breaking even. Like, I don't even see how you consider that progression. Progression is once you become a positive quarterback. I have yet to see a positive quarterback on the field. So for me, I don't see progression. I just see somebody who is not the worst quarterback we've ever seen. Somebody who did his job. Like he did nothing special.
What was his starting point in the league? What was his starting point? You said he went to -10. If that's where his starting point is, that's 0 for him. He was at 0 at the league. You can't put him below what you think his expectations were.
Hold on. To me, he came into the league at 0, and then over the season, and especially the first 2 games this season, he fell to -10. And so when he became -10, now he's just now.
So you think
back to
what
0.
you saw? So that's perfect. You think what you saw on Sunday was equivalent to like his first couple weeks when we first drafted him? Because that's what you just said. You said he's back at 0.
No.
That's
so he's
not better than what he was.
That's not what I'm saying.
Ask my question.
Okay, I can answer it. What I'm saying is, before he took a snap, I put him at a 0.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I saw was negative. I didn't see any positive.
You didn't watch the game then.
Okay.
You didn't see the game.
I mean, I'm not even going to argue like that. I'm just going to say.
Okay. He was so positive he got benched this season.
But you're still contradicting yourself. If you said last year you put him at 0 and you didn't see anything positive, did you see anything positive yesterday?
Yeah, to get back to 0.
No.
No, that's
no.
You can't define the progression for me.
Demetrius,
I'm giving you my definition of progression.
You just said you saw nothing positive. So you said
no. I'm talking about. Hold on. So let's be clear. This is what I'm saying. I said he was at 0.
Right.
Last season.
Right.
The first 2 games this season, I saw 0 things positive.
All right, then.
Over the last game, the game before last, this game, he finally worked his way back up to 0. I'm not giving you a credit for just being an okay quarterback.
But this is what I'm saying. He said when he first got there, he was at 0. Before he took a snap, he said he didn't see any positive snaps. Yesterday, he said he saw positive snaps, but he's worse than the quarterback that he saw at 0.
That's not what I'm saying. Then
No, that's exactly what
that's not what you're not listening to.
Spade.
I said I did not see anything positive last season in the first 2 games.
I literally just repeated that.
So why are you bringing up last game?
That's the last game we just played.
I said last season in the first 2
We're
games.
comparing him to what we've seen prior,
which was negative. And now he's back to 0.
You're going in circles because what I'm saying is this. Yesterday, you said he worked his way back up to 0. So what you're saying is before yesterday's game, he was at like -5 or something?
Yep.
Okay. Well, he just makes no sense. He's just trying to make an argument to make his what he just said.
It makes plenty of sense to me.
Only you.
I guarantee there's people who agree with me.
Yeah, Danielle and some of your other cousins and
okay, and only the charities agree with you. All right, how about that?
That was just ridiculous what you just said.
No,
you saw him at 0. He went. You didn't see anything positive.
So you saw something positive last season or these first 2 games this season?
I didn't say I saw anything positive. I'm saying if I didn't see anything positive last season, and I'm seeing positive things this season, and he won 2 games.
You saw positive stuff 1 game.
Did I see any positive shit last season? Yes or no?
No.
So if you saw something positive 1 game, is that progression?
If you coming from Doodle,
Yes or no, Carter?
Hold on. So let me get this right. If your house has a leak,
Bennett,
if your house has a leak and you stop the leak, do that mean now you got good plumbing? No, that just means you stop the leak.
No. But if we get into a crib, we'll use your analogy. If we get into a crib and there's a leak, I stop the leak and now I have running water. Is that not progress?
Oh no, we ain't got running. He ain't reached running water. I said stop the leak.
You just said
stop the leak.
You just said you saw his first good game. That's progress. Antoine, you're not even a Panthers fan, so we got to get off camera for this because his what he's saying is making me irate with his stupidity, bro. So I'm just gonna ask you the question.
I never knew this.
I'm just gonna ask you the. Let me ask this nigga the question, because this nigga's face is ridiculous. Antoine, if somebody doesn't show any progress at all in the first in their rookie season, and in their second season they show 1 game they show 1.
You're leaving out a point. He did not show any progress. He showed regression. So like you keep
regression from what? If you said he didn't show any progress, how did he show regression? He has nothing for you to stand. That was his rookie season. You're saying that you didn't see any good games in the league, so he didn't regress from anything. He was always a bad quarterback, Demetrius. That's my point to you. You're relating him to or Bryce. That wasn't in the NFL.
No, I'm not.
Then what are you comparing him to?
I'm comparing him to every rookie quarterback. There's no rookie quarterback.
We're not comparing him to every rookie. We're comparing him to Bryce Young. Bryce Young in the league, according to Spate, has never been good. Exactly. Then you told me this was his first decent game. Did you have a decent game from him last year?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Then that's progress. I rest my case.
It's not progress.
From what I just broke down
for you, that's progress. For me, that ain't progress.
I was just going off
from
of
what I
that's
just broke down to
progress,
Spate,
bro.
From
That's not progress.
Let me ask Twan. From what I just broke down to Spate, would you call that progress? Yes or no? As a non-Panthers fan.
From what you just broke down to Spate.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, all right, Twan.
That's all I'm gonna ask. Now he's gonna ring around the rosy.
No, I'm not.
He's at 0. He goes down to -50, and I had him at -5 yesterday. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. Excuse my French.
Twan, just answer this one question. Just answer this one question.
Okay.
In this whole game of life, we're all trying to get finances. We all trying to make a little bit of money. If today you lose $10, tomorrow you get $10 and get back to 0. Did you progress in any way? Do you feel like you are progressing to get more money, or did you just break even?
You broke even.
But
in that context, you broke even.
Now, according to what he just described to me a second ago, if he has 0 and he loses 10 or whatever crazy analogy he just made up, and then you make your 10 back, and then you finally make progress. He said he saw progress. You get yourself a job. Is that
but you're adding steps that I'm not adding. All I'm saying is in his scenario, he just got back to 0.
You're not adding it. You're not adding it in what you just described. But when I asked you the question, did we lose again?
We just got kicked.
a leak and you fix the leak, does that mean you got good plumbing? No, you said, oh no, that mean I got running water.
You still recording?
No, I know you said
When I said the $10,
no, right.
I said,
But
get
no,
that zero. You said, oh, you go get a job.
Respect.
Ain't no job you got.
Spade, I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
I'm
so
adding a
that's
step
all the way
in how I'm breaking it down. But what I'm
But you
saying,
can't add a step in
Spade,
my
I hear what you're saying. What I'm adding to your scenario is what you're agreeing to.
I was
No, I'm not agreeing to it.
Spade, let me
I'm
finish
telling you.
talking.
still wrong.
I asked you just a second ago. Was last game? I just asked you a second ago.
Y'all live.
Oh, I thought
How
you
we
said
live and we ain't even have
you said we was
BTS behind the scenes.
So-
BTS.
How what happened was it did kick us, but when it kicked back on, it kicked back on and just
So we recording right now?
It restarted itself.
It's been recording the whole time.
So we'll just
I
cut
don't
that.
know. I don't know if it was recording the whole time
Oh.
because it had to be a gap.
We'll cut that
Oh.
out. We'll cut that out. But my whole thing, and we'll tone this down a little bit, Spade. But my whole thing is
What's y'all grade? How about that?
no. How we not just gonna finish what we talking about?
Because we not going to
It's not about agreeing. It's not about agreeing.
Okay.
It's about the fact that you saying I'm adding on. I'm saying you just agreed that last game was his first anything good. You gave him a C.
Yeah, that's getting your $10 back.
Okay. So you think yesterday what you saw was equivalent to anything you saw as a rookie? To me, that's not getting your $10 back. If you didn't see at least what you saw yesterday as a rookie, that's my point. If you didn't see at least what you saw yesterday as a rookie, that's progression. Did you see anything that you saw yesterday as a rookie?
No, that's as
But
a
you
rookie.
didn't think anything was good yesterday then.
No, what I'm
For it
saying
to be
as
zero.
a rookie, he lost his $10. In that game, he got his $10 back. He ain't starting a job. He ain't becoming special. All he did was get his $10 back. Hey, we just had some technical difficulties. The little heat in here burnt down the mics, but we back though. It had the little furniture moving, but we good. We good.
Never left.
But yeah. So as we was talking about the grades for Bryce Young, I gave him a C plus.
I'll probably give him about a C as well. I think it's actually, you know what? The way he did against that zero blitz.
This is specifically from last game, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a B, bro. I'm gonna give him a B. The way he handled that zero blitz, I'm gonna give him a B.
Did you initially say?
At first I said I was gonna give him a C, but now I'm going to a B for sure.
You know what you gave him the game before last, right?
I gave him like a C or something, right?
You gave him a B plus. So that means you think he regressed.
No, I'm saying the level of game he played.
Okay.
I mean, you can play a B level game, but I can still see progression in your game. I mean, do you not agree with that, Carter?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like from where we all agree he's starting from at the beginning of this season, it was terrible. So for me, even if he plays a D game, okay, that's better. If he's playing good enough where he's not looking like we need to pull him out, that's a solid game for me. I'm not expecting perfect, but yeah, I mean, even if I said he was at a B last game we actually won, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at a loss, I still want to give him a B, but that's why I had to think about it. The way he handled the blitzes and some of those obvious passing situations, third and long. I mean, he was dotting. I mean, he dropped it in a bucket to excel at the end of the game. Almost could have cost us. Well, we lost the game anyway, but you know what I mean?
No, that was a big issue.
That was
he
huge.
should have caught.
I mean, he dimed it. But anyway,
he should have caught.
What's your grade?
I'm going to give him an A minus.
A minus.
That was by
Of
far.
course,
We're going off of
Brandon
this game,
Young.
right? We're going off of this game, right? Yeah, that's the best game he's.
Are you saying that because of what he just said to me?
No, I was gonna give him that regardless because I feel
okay.
like I've been consistently giving him a B minus every week. The last 2 weeks I've given a B minus, although we won.
Game.
By far, this is the best game to me. So I'm like, all right,
fair.
if he continues to progress, he can get better. And I'm not saying it's his only game, but I'm saying as far as what I've seen out there, the boy was dotting boys. He was reading blitz. He stood in there, took some big hits too, and still delivered the ball. That at the same time, Canales called a good game. You know what I'm saying? That third down pass on that 3rd and 1 where he had where Thielen chipped, cut through, and then caught wide open. And that was on the right hash, threw it to the left hash. That was a huge throw. The throw, like we mentioned with XL, he has made that catch. I don't know if y'all heard him today. He said he's still thinking about that drop, but he has made that catch. Had he made that catch, and you could see it. I mean, it was kind of like Madden. You saw it was a single high. I rewatched it too, but it was 2x2. Yeah, he had Tommy Trimble in the slot. Then he had Chuba right beside him. Single high. So the safety came down. X was playing the X. He was pressing. Boom. You had to take that shot. He took the shot. The only place he could have, he just dropped it, bro. And that would have changed the momentum of the game because we probably potentially would have scored earlier, which even if Kansas City went down, we could have still maybe had 30 seconds or something left, potentially did something with it. So, I mean, I liked everything about his game that he put up there. I'm giving him an A- because, of course, he can get better, I feel like. But from what I've seen so far, I think this game right here sets the bar for him.
It's
for
just
me.
hard for me to give anybody an A and a loss. I mean, it's still a short menu for me. In Uncle Shay Shay's words, I mean, it's wins and losses. We took the L, and for me, only way I could give, you probably agree with me on this, Spade. Only way I can give somebody an A and a loss is if they play like a phenomenal game. Like, you could tell it was, I mean, and I'm not saying it was anything Bryce did that lost us the game necessarily, but I needed to see 3-4 touchdowns out of you. You're just playing a spectacular game where I'm like, you literally did everything that you could, and Bryce very may have, but I just didn't see an A game.
I mean, you arguably could say he outplayed Mahomes minus the touchdowns. If you really watch the game, for real. I mean, Mahomes had 3 touchdowns, but I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, bro. He had 3 touchdowns. I mean,
you can't say
game
that,
to game,
though.
Bryce. You look at what Bryce said.
But you can't say minus the touchdowns.
That is a big factor. You're right.
He played better minus the touchdowns.
I think I won the game minus the
ball.
ball.
Didn't even know what to say, bro. I mean, that's what it's all about, bro.
But
that is true.
I'm not rational. Okay.
Hey, look, I got on him too, bro.
I don't care what y'all say. Bama Bryce is back, bro. As they were saying in the stadium,
hey, I'm on board.
Heisman Bryce was out there on Sunday.
I'm on board.
Heisman Bryce was out there on Sunday, and you can't say nothing about it. Heisman Bryce was there. He showed up.
What you got to say, Spade?
Who's in the Heisman house on Sunday, Spade? Who's in the Heisman house?
He knows it.
I'm going to continue to move this thing forward because we clearly have someone who has been deemed a Bryce hater, and we have Brandon Young. So so we gonna keep it moving.
Don't get him
because if you're a Bryce fan, we got you with Brandon Young, and if you're a Bryce hater, I got you. And Adam just gonna float in the middle. But we gonna go.
We love to have Bryce on the pod. Bryce, come on the pod.
I'll probably have to stay home that day.
And that's fine. You can sit right. You can take Spade's spot. We're gonna show you love over here, man. We here to pump you up, man.
But so from this past game, who will be your MVP, most valuable Panther? Who and a quick why?
Yeah, for me, most valuable Panther is. I'm gonna go with somebody on the defense, man. I'm actually gonna go with Josie because to me, like what Josie does for our defense just doesn't go unnoticed. I mean, I noticed it in the past 2 weeks. He came up with the big when we had to get us to even make ourselves in a position to win the game. He came up with a big third down stop, chasing down Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's been money for us, bro. So I'm just gonna give it to Josie this game. I feel like he deserves a little love. Who you got, Carter?
You already know. Where I'm going with my MVP best game. I'm gonna give him the game ball. I think Dave Canales gave him the game ball too, so I'm not too far off. You already know.
Get the Bryce Young
Bryce
ready.
We here. Honorable mention though, Rob Hunt. I've been seeing you move bodies all season long, bro.
Yeah.
Big Rob Hunt, number 50, guard, right guard. Hey, you've been moving bodies all year long, bro. Finishing tackles, nasty, violent. That's how we like our linemen, man. So offensive lineman.
Yeah,
I mention Rob Hunt.
I would say the whole O line. You can put there like they played pretty well. Mine it has to be the only player on the team who's the greatest at his position is Panera, the kicker. He's the bright spot of the offense.
Man, I ain't even gonna get.
He's the greatest.
He's not even the best kicker on. You know what? I meant to touch on that earlier, bro. He said he was the GOAT. He's not even the best kicker in Panther history, bro.
He's definitely not that.
But by percentage, he's the most accurate kicker of all time.
For right now.
He's the GOAT.
And we don't give a fuck about that.
I mean, I don't want to hate on Eddie.
You don't care about touchdowns, so
the percentage of kicker of Eddie Panera.
Remember we talked about positivity.
Eddie Panera.
No need to shit on Eddie.
You're right.
He
held out.
If he turns into Graham Gano, then I'll allow that. Right now,
we drafted Harrison Buckner though.
Hey, Eddie,
the thing about it,
Eddie. One day when they're both out, me and you can pie. One goat to another. Please come on.
One
day
on the pod, I gotta tell y'all the story about
Eddie.
Graham Gano blocked me.
My only time, the only time that I said something, it wasn't even bad about Eddie. It was just that you was trying to gas it, and it was a week that he had just missed a field goal. And I was just like, bro, this is not the week to gas him. But that's all I was saying.
But he was still the most accurate kicker. So, I'm just saying he's a GOAT.
Hey, look, tell the O-line for just a second though, because is that who you said you gave it to the whole O-line?
No, I would if the GOAT didn't exist. Every week my MVP is gonna be the GOAT.
Eddie until further notice.
Yeah.
Well,
But if we're just gonna go, we understand that, then yeah, it'll be the whole O line.
I mean, look, who's your being? Obviously, Robert Hunt has been doing what he does, but I'm looking. We've been hard on Icky all season, pause, but he's only allowed 3 sacks. Cade Mays is allowed. I mean, obviously, if in the interior, it's hard to say they gave up a sack. Taylor Moton's given up none. Like, I mean, our interior has been credited. Like Robert Hunt has been credited with giving up 3 sacks. Damian Lewis has only been giving up 1 or 2. So I mean, they've been holding up, bro.
And they're worth the money. We paid a lot of money on that O line, and they living up to it.
100%.
And based off the fact too that like Chris Jones did not jump off the screen multiple times throughout the game, like that is one of the top 5 defensive linemen.
He might be number 1 right now.
Interior D tackle, there's no better.
But that's what I'm saying. If you want to argue worst case scenario, you know, he's top 5. That's worst case. Yeah. But like the fact he didn't jump off the screen, like just show like the interior O line kind of held up.
We're back to where we were when we had Trey, Norwell, and Khalil. I mean, we got the interior. It's just getting Moton is good on that right side. It's making sure we're safe with Icky on that on the last level. And if y'all noticed, they actually had who was it?
I like
Christensen got to start this week, right?
Yeah.
Nah, Icky was back, but when Icky been back, it's been Christensen.
But someone got moved over because Cade Mays. Did Cade Mays start at center for us?
Yeah, but you know Corbett got hurt.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
out for the season, torn tricep.
I mean, the O line still held it well. So
yeah, we just need to find us a Jordan Gross, and we'll be all right.
That would be key.
We'll be all right. But we're gonna go to the most popular segment of Dab Sports, aka D Sports, fastest growing segment in the land.
D Sports. You took out Brandon too?
Pause.
Did I leave out dang? Yeah, he Brandon Young anyway. Forget him. We going to the most popular segment ever. Adam's Trivia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you got for us today?
Yeah, man, we're gonna test y'all's brain muscles a little bit, and so keeping in the same vein of passing, we've been going crazy about Bryce. I just want to talk about the top 5. Our career leaders in passing yards. So you guys think y'all can handle that?
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, obviously, y'all. This is a tag team. So I mean,
so the 2 play. The 2 obvious ones, of course, is Jake and Cam.
Yes, sir. Number 1 and number 2. Who's number 1?
Cam.
I just had to make sure you knew your knowledge.
Yeah.
So we got Cam at number 1, Jake at number 2.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Steve Berline.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Number 3.
Steve Berline.
Good job, man. Who we got at number 4?
Vinatieri. Was he long enough?
He wasn't there long.
Nah,
He was only there a
long
season.
enough. Rodney Pete, maybe.
Nah, Rodney wasn't there
It
long.
was Winky.
No. Clausen.
Winky ain't there. Winky didn't get enough yards for us.
It's gonna sound crazy. Sam ain't got
No.
Donald?
Yeah.
I'll give y'all a hint on number 4.
Is
Number 4
Frank Wright?
Nah, number 4 was a starter for us when we first started. So when we first started playing Madden, he would have been the quarterback. He had some drinking problems. Y'all remember him?
When I think drinking, I think David. So I know it ain't David.
It's Kerry Collins.
I think Ryan. I was gonna say Ryan Leaf, but
So
yeah.
when I said Testberry, that's who I was thinking about. I was thinking about
Kerry Collins.
Yep,
Okay,
that's what I was thinking about.
and then we got the 5th spot. Who y'all got at number 5?
Oh man, well, this is bad. That just lets you know the Panthers.
I guarantee you won't get him.
I want to say
Bryce.
PJ.
Yeah, it's Bryce. Bryce just got into the number 5 spot this Sunday.
Salute,
Salute,
Antoine. Can
Give
I
it
get the
up to
camera?
a top 5
Can I get the camera, Antoine?
passer of all time.
Thank you. Thank you.
In Panther
Yes, sir.
history. He's
Yes,
top
sir.
5, baby. Yes, sir.
That is tough.
Get the Bryce Young jerseys ready.
And to all our fans who
Check.
heard that we started a podcast, and you go, why a Panthers podcast? I truly now understand it. When I 5th place all time passing leader is Bryce Young. I get it.
Hey, man, look.
I get it.
Yeah, man, look. Bryce is safely in at number 5 and climbing. He just surpassed
That's
Winky.
wild.
He surpassed Winky this week. Winky he's over him 160 yards now. So
That's crazy.
Solid.
That's wild stat. That's
So-
what's up, Big Bryce.
So next week we have Tampa Bay. the Buccaneers. What are y'all thoughts on that game? What's your score predictions? How do y'all see it going?
I'm thinking we're finding our groove. I think it's at this time. I'm still not going to predict us to win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think we're going to offensively. I think we're going to put up over 20 points again. I'm gonna say we'll put up 24, and I think they'll just outlast us. I think it'll be 27-24 Tampa, but I think we'll get to Baker good enough. But Baker is, Baker plays with a chip on his shoulder too, man. I think anytime he plays us or Cleveland, he's going to be coming out there looking for blood. And I think with his receivers getting back healthy, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much for our secondary. Mike Jack can only do so much. And JC's going to have his hands full trying to guard Mike Evans. So if we can get the run game going, I think that we'll be fine and it'll be a close game. But I'm thinking 27-24.
I'm gonna go 33-24 Tampa. I think Tampa's been putting up no less than 30 points a game, and I don't think we just. We did it last week, but I just don't think that we're gonna be able to do it. Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna be able to do it, man. I like what I've been seeing from Tampa's offense, bro. They've been succeeding with, half-notch players. No disrespect though, but Godwin been out, Evans been out most of the year. You got Bucky Irvin. Boys been kind of dialing it up. I like what I've been seeing. Their defense is a lot of holes in the defense. This is the year where I feel like their defense is actually lacking. Todd Bowles, we know he's a defensive coach, but he just doesn't have a lot of the body. Some of the linebackers are a little bit older. Vita Vea, the D-line, he's older as well. I like McCullum, the corner. He's good.
So you're saying basically their strength is in mostly their passing game and their passing game coordinator.
Yeah, you already know that. You already know that. I got a lot of faith in their passing game coordinator. I think he is really the engine that keeps it rolling.
He's an ace over there. He's
I expect them definitely to come out, put up nothing less than 33 points. So, I think we're gonna try to hold up. We're gonna still have a good performance. I think Bryce is still gonna do his thing, but Tampa pull it out. But once again, the boys gonna fight. When you come in, and that was a problem last year, man. When you come in the bank, it's a fight every year. And it's been some games last year and even the previous years where it just wasn't exciting to watch. But I can't say about this team this season, win or lose, they've been fighting to the end and they put a good performance up there. So I don't know if boys rallying behind Canales or what, but I've been liking what I see. So you come in the bank, you up for a fight. That is what it is.
I got us going 36-20, losing.
Oh, I was about to say.
I realized the way I said it sounded like I was saying we was winning. I got us losing 36-20. Mike Evans tends to have a little field day on us, so I think he's gonna have a big game. I think we'll move the ball. Their defense isn't like elite, so I think we'll be able to move the ball. The GOAT make a couple kicks to get us to 20. And I got it 36-20. So 36-20. What's your score?
I got 27-24. Tampa.
33-24. Eddie better not miss a field goal the rest of this year.
It's like we should be taking advantage of the fact that our kicker is number one. It's just the fact that he hates on Bryce so much.
Yeah,
I don't want to give you the delight of agreeing with you on Eddie, but I should be taking advantage that we could say we got a kicker who's technically the GOAT right now. He's not the GOAT because Vinatieri is that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's the most accurate kicker of all time.
What's the minimum amount of kicks you have to be?
I think it's like
eligible
100.
for.
It's 100.
Yeah, it's
100 kicks.
And he was at like 133 this year.
Yeah.
How many Justin Tucker got? I know he's been in the league a long time.
Like 500 or 600.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't it.
Yeah. He might be washed.
Who, Tucker? You think so?
Yeah.
He has been missing a lot lately.
Bro.
He hasn't missed.
You know who don't miss a lot? The
Eddie.
GOAT.
Slot didn't miss a lot either. You know what I'm saying? Graham Gano didn't either at first. So we'll see how long.
They say the kickers and punters take pride in being like the dude that you can go and get a beer with. So Eddie probably mad cool.
He probably
bro.
is cool, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate on him.
Shout out JJ Jansen, man. We need him on the
It's
pod.
just crazy that's your favorite player on the team right now. Eddie.
He's not my favorite player on the team.
Who's your favorite player?
Come on. I Coker and Saban.
And Coker you trust.
I Coker and Saban would have made that catch the X drop. Like,
bruh. I gotta tell you, shout out to Panthers Twitter, man. But JT, bruh, hoping JT has a speedy recovery.
That was a hard, That fall.
But that Twitter posted the dude, he said, rest easy, bro. I'm like, They said rest up, JT. I was like, bro, he didn't die.
But I mean, he
when-
did fall on his head.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought he hurt his knee or something.
Nah, you
like
can
a low
see
hit.
it. You can see it. He landed on his head.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Like
didn't
the
realize
crown of the head first.
but he got up. That was
It
the
was
thing.
the way he
He
got
tried to
up.
get.
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
up
yeah.
for a second. And then he was like, "Oh,
Nah, I can't do
they
it.
got that card out there." I said, "Man,
But the dude was kind of standing over him. I was thinking the defender was still like talking to him.
Nah, he was.
he was
He was
hurt.
probably worried.
Yeah.
he
You
was
know what I'm saying?
calling
Like,
They were trying to get that.
See, I didn't realize that.
Get the
Yeah,
boys
like
over there.
he shouldn't have tried to get up. But I don't think he realized. I think just the
He didn't realize it was
adrenaline.
Nick. Yeah,
That's a legitimate
His
reason
niggas
to bring the card out. It's been a
Yeah.
few other reasons. this season.
This nigga just snorting
Yeah,
all,
snort
all
sometimes.
pod, bro.
Where the card shouldn't have been out, bro.
Dude, stay off the drugs.
The card shouldn't have been out,
Bro,
a few times.
He's on IR. Man, we're not even gonna mention because I'm not gonna let you put no smut on his name like that, bro. Come on, dog.
Hey,
Anybody who puts on the Panthers jersey, I'm gonna just say this, Spade. Anybody who puts on the Panthers jersey, I'm gonna ride for him. You know what I'm saying? Carter just be going
The
hating
film
on
don't
dudes
lie, bro.
who
I'm
get
just
hurt.
going off the film.
He's on IR.
We don't know.
Go off the report.
We don't know that's legitimate, bro.
It's stupid.
hey, man. As we know, Mr. Brandon Young hates Miles Sanders, but Miles Sanders, you get healthy,
Get healthy, man.
and we expect to have you back next year on the trade
No, we
block.
don't. No, we don't.
I was about to say on the trade block.
I was about to say.
I was about to say on the trade block.
No, we don't.
We need you healthy so we can trade you.
We're supposed to be trying to be positive. Don't get me started. I don't know about him being on the team
y'all
next
didn't,
year.
y'all didn't let me finish.
All right, my
On
bad.
the trade block, so he can be.
Recovery.
We can't trade him hurt. We need him healthy.
Speedy
That's real.
recovery,
Yeah, get
Miles.
speedy recovery, Miles.
Recovery,
We're
Miles.
rooting for you. We got your back.
Hey, bro.
Next time, just limp off, bro. You don't need
Well-
a cart for everything, fella.
Well, as y'all saw, man, this has been a heated one. We've had a few arguments, a few disagreements, but still all love and all fun. And we
Of course.
appreciate you if you're still watching to this point. You know the vibes, like, comment, subscribe. To the people who's constantly commenting, we appreciate y'all. Constantly liking, we appreciate y'all. The TikTok viewers, appreciate y'all everywhere. IG, Twitter, just appreciate all the love. Keep doing it. Keep comment, sharing. Is there anything from the past week and a half that y'all want to touch on in sports before we dip out?
I had something. I did want to know your view on it. I didn't know we forgot to mention this, but those comments about Cam, about Tepper, the way Tepper was treating Cam, man. And that was kind of sad to hear as Panther fan that we doing Cam like that, doing Cam so bogus, man. And he feel that way. It's almost like we turned it back on him. But that's all I just was going to add to the
I
end
feel
of the
about
pod.
Cam, bro. He's a gold jacket. So, I mean, to me.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the fact that I haven't even been in the stadium in the past, I didn't think I went to, we did go to a game last year, but I just didn't remember not seeing anything, no Cam in there. So, the fact that, the worst part is that Cam feels some type of way about it. The fact that Cam feels hurt by it, I'm pissed off. So
Yeah.
that's not cool, bro. That's not how you treat your legends. And then they're consistently, I don't know if you follow on Twitter. The Panthers are consistently posting like the legends group photos from wherever they are in Germany at the
Yeah.
games. And so they was at this game. And Cam's nowhere to be found, bro. I mean, how you gonna have Luke in there, Smitty in there, TD in there?
Trey Boston.
It feels like somebody's missing, right?
Yeah.
Pause. Like
Yeah, I can explain this to anybody who's out there wondering.
Tepper corner.
We have, and look, Dab Sports, we take out the A and the B. This is completely Demetrius here. So please don't put this on them. We have the worst owner in all of American sports. And to Cam at times have expressed displeasure with the way that Tepper's run the team, especially last year. And we have an owner that is so petty, he threw a cup at a fan. To now not think that same horrible owner would not be petty against Cam is ridiculous. Cam, you know who you're dealing with, so you have to just accept this no good owner is going to be petty. Bring back Jerry. Just let him say nigga once a year, and we'll be all good.
He was getting a little handsy. Yeah. He didn't say that.
Oh,
He didn't
yeah,
drop the N-word.
sorry.
He
I'm
just
sorry.
was a little handsy.
No, they did say he had some racial stuff, but I did
Yeah,
forget
some
about it.
racial
Hey,
stuff.
so we can't bring him back. So, like, just bring back his nephew or somebody. But
Somebody who cares about the
it's
team and not about themselves. Like Jerry had, the thing about Jerry is he had like a that's why it always pays when you get somebody to own the team that's regionally from there.
Yep.
They feel like
I
a
agree.
dedication to the area. You know
You know
what I'm
the
saying?
area.
Jerry
Heartbeat
Richardson
is heartbeat.
Stadium is an hour and a half up the
Yeah.
road. So it's like he wants South Carolina and North Carolina to thrive. David Tepper don't care about us at all, bro.
He just want these concerts at the
and
stadium,
the fact that
bro.
he has a keychain that says I own a team. I mean, that's it.
And he makes me actively root against the Steelers because you look at that Steelers organization and the way they treat coaches and the way they treat their players, it's almost like they knew he was not
They got
their
him
way.
out of there.
It was like, hey, go.
Yeah.
Because they was the biggest proponent of him getting our team. And here we all thought we was getting another stable owner, and we got a very bad impersonation of Jerry Jones, Donald Sterling without the racism and landlord stuff. But allegedly, I mean, but yeah, allegedly. But hey, I can kick Tepper back in for another hour. But
yeah,
we gonna
but Iman gets all riled up. I just thought about it. But on behalf of all the Panthers fan camp, hey, we thank you. We appreciate you. You gave us some of our great years, man, for real, bro.
Yes, sir.
So salute, man.
You.
Although the organization's doing you bogus, bro, the Panther fans, the real fans, we know what you did for us.
Panther ever, man.
Yeah, greatest Panther ever, man. So your time will come, and hopefully the organization will get you right, man. Do what's right.
And I just want to say, to add on to that, for y'all who may not understand our name, but our name is Dab Sports, and it comes from three things. The first one is our initials, Demetrius, Adam, Brandon. The second thing, it goes back to that 2015 season when Cam literally had the whole country doing the dab, not the Migos, not no rapper, none of that. And then to my 420 people, David Tepper give us so many L's. All we can do is dab. He roll up L's. Why not just dab? So on that note,
that was perfect.
We're gonna see y'all. Be blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go get these bucks.
Yes, sir. Keep pounding.